All right, let's take a look at number 17. The dimensions in inches of a shipping box that we ship for you, interesting name there for a shipping company, can be expressed as width is x, the length is x plus 5, and the height is 3x minus 1. The volume is about 7.6 feet cubed. Find the dimensions of the box in inches, round to the nearest inch. So hopefully you noticed something while I was reading that. It tells me dimensions are in inches. They want me to find them in inches, but they gave me the volume in feet, and that's going to cause a problem for the math. So for this one, the easiest way to really do it, in my opinion, is to just go through process of elimination for each one. So we've got a box, and you've got 3 different, scenarios. In the first one, the width is 15, the length is 20, the height is 44. In C, you have 15, 20, and 45 as the height. So obviously one of those has to be off. If the width is 15 and the length is 20, how are they getting at 2 different heights here? Okay, so I think, well, what's my formula for volume? They give it to you here. The width is x, the length is x plus 5, and the height is 3x minus 1. So if the width is x, the length is x plus 5, and the height is 3x minus 1. So let's just kind of check these. If I'm starting with 15 for an x, that means my length is going to be 15. My calculator's going crazy here for a second. 15 plus 5. So I get a length of 20. And then the height should be 3x minus 1. So that would be 3 times 15 minus 1. Gives me 44. So C is out of the question. It doesn't fit the formula they give me for the width, the length, and the height. Let's look at option B and D. In these options, their width starts at 12. So let's try that. The width starts at 12, so the length should be 12 plus 5. Gives me 17. B and D are still both good options. Then it's going to be 3 times 12 minus 1. Okay, I get 35, so that means D is out of the question. Okay, so that's helped me narrow it down. Now I'm going to use the units to help me narrow it down. Is it A or B? So when I look here, these are in inches, but they gave me the volume in feet. So all I have to do is convert it from inches to feet. So to go from inches to feet, you divide by 12. So I have 12, 17, and 35, 15, 20, and 44. Let's change those all to feet. So 15 inches divided by 12 is 1 foot. Oops, why did I divide by 15? 15 divided by 12. So this gives me 1.25 times 20 divided by 12. 1.67. 44 divided by 12. 3.67. Let's multiply all those and see if we get 7.6 for our volume. So, or close, right? Because I'm rounding now. Okay, there I go. Equals 7.6. In feet. So I know A has got to be the right answer. You could do the same thing here. 12 divided by 12 will give me 1. 17 over 12 gives me 1.42. And 35 divided by 12 gives me 2.92. Multiply those together and see what you get for the volume. and I get 4 something. So that tells me that B is not an option either. Okay, so that's kind of how to check your answers for those. You could do it by writing the volume equation, but you'd have to make sure that you change this 7.6 feet cubed into inches cubed. So you have to take the cube root times by 12 and then cube it again. So that's a little bit trickier than just kind of going through it and checking which your answer choices work. So that's the method I recommend for this one.